Good morning. I'm Jasmine Anderson. We begin with a story you'll see only in Newsday. The man accused of killing an FDNY paramedic from Long Island has been found mentally competent to stand trial. Court papers show Peter Zizopoulos of Queens was examined by doctors at an upstate psychiatric hospital. He's charged with stabbing 61-year-old EMT Allison Russo of Huntington to death on a street outside his apartment building last September. Zizopoulos has been held without bail since his arrest. New fallout after two Riverhead students allegedly used racial slurs at a football game. Riverhead school administrators met with the town's anti-bias task force yesterday. The school says it will incorporate more racial relations programs into the curriculum. The superintendent's announcement came 9 days after two Riverhead students allegedly used racial slurs toward black children on a playground. An Island Park man will spend more than 17 years in federal prison. 22-year-old Lorenzo Arana was sentenced yesterday for cyberbullying a 12-year-old girl and distributing child pornography. Prosecutors say he has a long documented history of using social media to target underage girls for harassment, abuse, and exploitation. First in Newsday, a new $468 million pavilion is in the works for South Shore University Hospital in Bayshore. Officials expect to break ground tomorrow for the 190,000 square foot pavilion. It will include up to 90 private patient rooms, 10 operating rooms, and 3 additional procedure rooms. It is expected to be completed by mid-2025. High-cost crimes and migrants are the top problems facing our state. That's according to voters. A just-released Siena College poll found 83% of voters felt the cost of living in New York is a major problem. 73% of voters said crime was the top major problem. 62% felt the recent wave of migrants to the state was the biggest issue. In a potential rematch with former Republican President Donald Trump, President Biden wins 52% to 31. Read more on the poll on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Homeowner Help for Heroes. Local fire departments and ambulance volunteers can now get up to $50,000 toward a new home. The state-funded Employer Assistant Housing Program has just been expanded. It will help recruit and to retain first responder volunteers struggling with the rising cost of living on Long Island.
I currently work 3 EMS jobs and I am in nursing school. This program benefits me by I could get a house in Bayshore, stay volunteering here, and continue EMS.
A total of $26,000 of the grant is for down payment assistance. The other $24,000 is for renovations. New deal. Nassau lawmakers unanimously approved a 13-year deal with the county's largest public employee union. It includes a 25% wage hike for Nassau Civil Service Employees Association workers. It also ends a 6-year stalemate. A meeting tonight over big changes for Greenport. There's a public information session tonight at the Greenport Fire Department. Village officials will talk about plans to reshape zoning, ban nightclubs, and set new rules for parking and entertainment. Officials say the move is aimed at preserving Greenport's maritime history and balancing tourism with year-round residents. Top marks for Stony Brook. The university just notched the best ever SUNY rating in new U.S. News rankings. Stony Brook jumped 19 spots to become number 58 on the list of best colleges in the nation. Adelphi, Hofstra, and LIU also made the cut. The Giants are getting ready for their Thursday night matchup with the 49ers without star running back Saquon Barkley. Barkley is expected to miss 3 games with a sprained ankle. He was hurt at the end of the Giants' comeback win over the Cardinals Sunday. Matt Breida will assume the running back duties. Looking at your hyper-local forecast, mostly sunny, highs around 73 degrees this afternoon. We cool down even more tonight. Tomorrow, more sunshine with a high around 75 degrees. No complaints there. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by the Canine Center.
This Seacliff home takes you back to 1875, but the inside has a modern twist. Rachel Weiss has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
Outside, it's an 1875 Victorian home. Check out the original supports, siding, and even the front door. but you gotta see what's inside. We're back in 2023.
Stephanie and Leo Leone moved here in 2021. With help from the Up Studio, they brought this historic Seacliff gem into the 21st century after a year and a half of renovations.
The home, when we came in the first time, was pretty dilapidated. It was in need of some love, some repair, but there was a lot of, as you can see, a lot of that old charming character was still there, and you can see the bones of it and how beautiful it could be if properly restored.
The house was once a hotel called the Monterey, so the renovation involved combining some of its remaining rooms while repurposing others and opening up the central living space.
Back here was the original kitchen. We're sitting in what was the original dining room, and then up front was the original parlor. Each space was separated by a wall and a door, not very conducive to circulation, to family life. So the goal was to, let's take those walls down.
But many original features remain inside, including the banister, some ceiling details, and the doorbell. There were also some new touches made just for the family.
In the front parlor that we renovated, we put in custom bookshelves that house the record collection and the record player and the sound system. And you'll see some artwork there. And then you'll see peppered throughout the home, there are certain walls that we just kept nice and clean and blank, and they were able to hang their artwork there.
The showstopper, the Up Studio added a brand new deck where the family now spends most of their time.
It was very important for us to maintain that original charm of the home and then give the families, again, like I said, a space that they can live in every day and call their own.
For Newsday TV, I'm Rachel Weiss.
Absolutely stunning. Read more about this Seacliff home on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Ahoy! We're seeing a growing trend with women leading Long Island yacht clubs. Now, we spoke to one of them in a story you'll see only in Newsday.
I am the commodore, which means I'm basically the president of Nassau Yacht Club. It is a nonprofit youth sailing organization. Now, being a commodore is often a man's role at like some bigger yacht clubs with like bigger boats. But like I said, we're really a youth sailing organization, and we're a nonprofit, and everyone works together to make this place happen. So there are a lot of women involved in Nassau Yacht Club. I grew up sailing here. I learned to race boats here. You get to watch these kids learn to sail. They learn to go out on the water when they're like 5 and 6 years old, and you watch them across the years improving in their skills, developing relationships with other friends and kids, and these lifelong relationships with other people. And you watch them learn to help other people, all bring down their boats together, help learn to rig their boats, help other people out, and getting to lead that community is so much fun, especially because you do see them across like the generations of sailing. I watch what it has done for my son to learn how to work hard, learn how to take on leadership responsibilities. It did all that for me when I was a kid, and it's so great to continue to do that for all these generations of kids.
Love this. Read more about female commodores on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Information about communities is lost if you don't have local reporters, and if there's no one reporting, how do you know what's going on in your community?
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Have a terrific Tuesday. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.